Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Volunteer State Community College. We're on the campus here in Gallatin, Tennessee. It's good to have you for the home opener where the Lady Pioneers softball team come in with a record of 2-2 after getting started last weekend, and we'll have back-to-back doubleheaders today and tomorrow. Danville Area Community College in today, and Patrick and Henry will be in tomorrow for a doubleheader. I believe that's going to start at 1 o'clock. I thought today's game was going to start at 1. Found out it's a 2 o'clock game. So I've been here a while. This is Tim Reese on the Vol State Sports Network. Glad to be along for year number 5 here for calling games on the Vol State campus. Probably got a couple of games in that second year, so maybe the 4th year broadcasting for Vol State softball. I hope to get a lot more in this year home games. I will not be traveling on the road with the baseball team, so that will free me up for the softball here on campus. Wind blowing in from straightaway center field. Low 50s here in Middle Tennessee. Hopefully we'll have several more join. I'm not sure if word got out to the Danville fans or not that we broadcast a live stream here at the Nichols Softball Complex right off of Gallatin Road, the very first entrance that you come to for Vol State if you're heading east. Christian Lynn will come out to the home plate meeting with our umpires, Mr. Michael Barrett and Hunter Cruz, be handling today's doubleheader. Let's see who Danville sends out. Head coach Matt Cervantes. He is the fitness center coordinator and the head women's softball coach. He's assisted by his wife, Kelly Cervantes, and Brian Carpenter. All three are here. Got down into Middle Tennessee, I believe, yesterday. They're playing tomorrow again. One of the other teams in the Tennessee Community College Athletic Association. Don't remember if they're going to travel to Roane State tomorrow or not. Again, Vol State will take on Patrick and Henry, a Division III school. Danville is a Division II school. Vol State, of course, Division I. As the IT people finally getting back to me here as I sent a message earlier, having trouble getting up on Wi-Fi here on one of my devices I'd like to use during the broadcast. Let's get you to Toyota of Gallatin starting lineups while the home plate meeting is going. First for the Jaguars, playing their first game of the season. Caitlin Drew will lead off playing center field. Chloe Hunt bats second and will play second. And right along that same line, Mia Herbert will bat third and play third. Marion Gonski will be behind the plate. She will hit cleanup. The fifth hole hitter is Ella Myers playing shortstop out in left field. Macy Warner batting sixth. Alex Brown at first base hits seventh. Kendall Ranneberger in right field batting eighth. Ava Olson, the DP, batting ninth. And in the circle, Kenzie Fazig for Danville. She'll face the Vol State lineup. Goes like this: Alyssa Dixon in the leadoff spot, playing second base. Mally Grizzle at shortstop bats second. KJ Irwin behind the plate hits third. Maddie Shinton is the DP hitting cleanup. Right fielder is Anaya Dawson batting fifth. Maddie Goad at third, batting sixth. And batting seventh, Caitlin Dillard in left field. Willow Carden down at first base, bats eighth. Abby Merle in center field hitting ninth. And in the circle, Grayson Nealon, freshman, 6'1", right-hander out of Bowling Green, Kentucky, Greenwood High School, son of Gabriel and Courtney Nealon, sister to Garrett and Noah, granddaughter of Paul and Granny in Crossville, Tennessee, and Papaw and Mimi, they're up in Bowling Green, Kentucky, right across the Tennessee line, about an hour away from Gallatin, Tennessee. Grayson on for her second appearance of the year. She's 1-0. 4 innings of work, giving up 2 hits, no runs. Struck out a couple of batters. We having a long plate meeting here to begin the game. We do have a national anthem, though, being sung a cappella by pitching coach Alyssa Costley. Oh, you're not going to do Acapulco today? You're going to actually play? Okay, we will not be able to carry that here on YouTube, so we will take a break, and we'll be back right at the end of our national anthem. You're listening and watching the Ball State Sports Network on YouTube. And Alyssa Costley says, play ball. Pitching coach, former Vol State pitcher, as a matter of fact. Now she is assistant coach, pitching coach here at Vol State. As the teams come in to fist bump our arbiters, Michael Barrett will be behind the plate. Seasoned umpire. He'll be back again tomorrow, he said. Hunter Cruz will have the bases here for game 1. I would assume he'll get behind the plate for game 2 as the Lady Pioneers take the field here at the Nichols Softball Complex. Caitlin Dillard, sophomore in left field. Redshirt sophomore transfer, Abby Merle, in center field. Nia Dawson, true freshman, in right. She's from Donaldson Christian Academy, hometown of Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Third base, Maddie Goad, another freshman from Tullahoma. Shortstop, Mally Grizzle. Grizzle pretty close to home here as well, out of Portland, Tennessee. Went to Liberty Creek High School. Alyssa Dixon up in Kentucky, a true freshman. Hazard, Kentucky. Willow Carden, sophomore over at first base. Willow from Coffee County High School in Manchester, Tennessee. Behind the plate, sophomore KJ Irwin, who has come home after a year at John A. Logan. She's from Thompson Station, Tennessee. And Grayson Nealon, freshman from Bowling Green, Greenwood High Schools. We are set to begin game 1 of 2 today. In the box, Caitlin Drew to face Grayson Nealon. And the right-hander has the sign and delivers. First pitch is a bunt attempt. It will go foul as we are underway. Game time temperature Brought to you by High Point Health with Ascension St. Thomas, 53 degrees, as we get the start right at 2 p.m. Central Time. Strike one to the left-handed hitting center fielder. Another bunt attempt, and that's a called strike. And Nealon ahead in the count, 0-2. Drew, a 5'6" sophomore from Villa Grove, Illinois. I look down to my roster, and apparently there's something that happened out here that I missed. See if I can go back, see what it is that I missed. May not be able to see it. I think they wanted to check with the umpire down. No, they did not. Oh, I know we had apparently a situation behind home plate as that pitch misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, squaring around. But with 2 strikes, I doubt this is a bunt attempt. This is low and away. Our Toyota Gallatin scoreboard not working here at the ballpark, but we'll have it for you on the screen. On deck, Chloe Hunt, the second baseman. 2 balls, 2 strikes from Nealon. She delivers a changeup and misses low and away. Drew has now worked the count full of Full Count Ministries. Full count. Got my broadcast start with Full Count Rhythm Baseball, a summer collegiate baseball team. And 5 years in, collected some equipment. We're using some of that equipment here on today's broadcast. Full count pitch. Lifted down to left field, but Caitlin Dillard was playing over toward the line and makes the grab for out number 1. That'll bring up Chloe Hunt. Catch made in foul territory in case you're keeping track at home. Don't know why you would. First pitch swinging, Chloe Hunt fouls that one off. Hunt, 5'7", sophomore from, says Russiaville, Indiana. I assume that's not a typo. Went to Western High School. Hit .306 a year ago for the Jaguars. Oh, 1 misses away. On deck, Mia Herbert. Hunt, the second baseman. Jaguars wearing black tops, black pants, yellow numbers, yellow socks. Changeup misses down. Nealon falls behind. Now the Toyota Gallatin scoreboard showing the count and the outs. New scoreboards about 2 or 3 years ago. Toyota Gallatin located right down the street from Vol State in the area here. 1435 Nashville Pike, I believe. It's right at the easternmost entrance to Vol State, where you go if you're going to watch a baseball game or men's or women's basketball. Right now, the only 4 sports here at Vol State. 3-1 pitch, check swing on a changeup. That brings us to our second straight Full Count Ministries full count. And the ball is stuck on top of the backstop or the screen. I've never seen that before. I mean, it is right on top of it. It's like it's skewered. Thanks to A.J. Fawson for help on getting the broadcast going today. 3-2 is driven out to right field, but Anaya Dawson comes on to make the catch for out number 2. Line drive right to the right fielder, but Dawson had to come in a couple steps and make the running grab. Now Mia Herbert, the third baseman, stands in. Another sophomore, 5'2", from Franklin, Indiana. Hit .375 a year ago. Looks at a ball just maybe up. Didn't look like it was out, but first batter that Nealon has fallen behind. Here, just getting started in the top of the first, game one of a doubleheader. Another one over the plate, but misses knees to armpits. 2-0. I don't know if women's softball, they call the upper region of the strike zone the chest. They do it in baseball. Swing and a miss on a high fastball out of the zone. Herbert in her first at-bat of the season. Aggressive swing there. On deck, catcher Marin Gonski. Heavy sophomore lineup here. It's another swing and a miss. Two balls, two strikes, two outs, nobody on. Nealon trying to set down the side in order. Pitch that Herbert has swung at twice already. She takes this one for another Full Count Ministries. Full Count. You can go to fullcountministries.com. It's a baseball ministry. See all the ministries doing for baseball players here in Middle Tennessee as there's our first Full Count first pitch foul ball. Mainly right here in Middle Tennessee, but Full Count Ministries operates in Birmingham, Alabama area, just south of it, and mission trips to Nicaragua. So if you have a baseball player in your family or know of one, go on the website. There's another foul ball. That'll get over the stands on the home side. And we're out of baseballs or softballs, so we'll have to take a delay while they stitch up a few new ones. There's Wes Buckner, the second-year manager. Hands three of them to Alyssa Costley, who has to juggle them while she brings them over to KJ Irwin. Holding a clipboard, and Wes hands her three balls. Of course, Christian Lynn in his third year at the helm. Full count pitch just outside, and that's ball four. First runner of the game is Mia Herbert, who draws the walk. I don't know if she forgot the count or she forgot what dugout she was in. She started to head, throw the bat down the third base dugout. Or either that or she forgot the count. 2 outs, a runner on. Marin Gonski, the catcher, had to take her gear off. She steps to the plate. Check swing, ground ball to short. Grizzle over to Carden, who digs it out low, and that's the third out of the top of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors. One runner was left aboard. We'll take a break and be back for the bottom of the first. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Tim Reese back on the Vol State Sports Network. We move to the bottom of the first. Lady Pioneers sending Alyssa Dixon, Mally Grizzle, and KJ Irwin, and hopefully more to face Kenzie Fazig, right-hander. In the circle for the first half inning for DACC. That's Danville Area Community College. She's out of Bloomington, Illinois, facing the left-handed hitting Dixon. Looks at ball one, high and away. Couple of freshmen to begin here for Vol State. Chopper foul down to third baseline. Mia Herbert go after that one, but it's dug out by Macy Warner, the left fielder. Alyssa's 5'4", from Hazard, Kentucky, Perry County Central High School. Daughter of Mark and Tracy Dixon, brother or sister to Kaylee. That'll happen. I'm used to broadcasting baseball. Get that strike up there. Ball two, 2 balls and a strike. Granddaughter of Paul and Granny, Hazard, Kentucky. Papa and Nana are in Floyd County, Kentucky. 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch is just inside. Ball 3. Dixon's played in the first 4 games. Got a couple of hits and 10 official plate appearances. Let me get several of these Lady Pioneers bats going as she draws the leadoff walk. That'll bring up Mally Grizzle. Grizzle hitting .364, 4 for 11. Got a triple and a home run, the only big fly so far. 4 RBIs. Playing shortstop. So have the double play combination at the top of the lineup. Dixon starts to take off. Stops. Ball 1. Grizzle also 5'4". Liberty Creek Wolf right down the road from here in Gallatin, from Portland, Tennessee. Daughter of Sean Grizzle and Erica Trammell. Dixon's going on this one to throw down, is not going to be in time. Pitch taken for a ball. And that is a stolen bag for Dixon. Vol State Lady Pioneer fans are used to stolen bases. Last 2 years, Michaela Fuqua has led the country in stolen bases. 80 plus every year. And a 3-ball no strike count. Kayla Fuqua now playing at Blue Mountain Christian College. Christian Lynn is not afraid to run. 3-0 pitch, take in. Ball 4. Back-to-back walks by Kenzie Fazig. Brings KJ Irwin to the plate. And a meeting at the mound. Irwin, a transfer from John A. Logan, 5'4", sophomore from Thompson Station. That's just south of Nashville. Of course, Gallatin, if you're not familiar, is located about 20 miles northeast of Nashville, Music City, USA. KJ, the daughter of Jason Irwin, sister to Rylan, and the granddaughter of Grandpa and Grandma Karen. They are suffering in Naples, Florida. Hope they're listening on the Vol State Sports Network on YouTube. Glad to have all of you along today, whether you're rooting for the Jaguars or the Lady Pioneers. Irwin, a left-handed batter, takes that one inside. On deck, Maddie Shinton, the DP. Irwin played 19 games a year ago before breaking her hand for the Vols, the John A. Logan Vols. And Kenzie Fasig, more formally known as Mackenzie. Sophomore, a year ago, 92 innings pitched and 22 appearances and a couple of starts, 14-3 record, and she's loaded the bases. As that pitch hit KJ Irwin. And the bases are loaded. Time called as head coach Matt Cervantes going to come out and have a confab. Christian Lynn says, if you're going to meet, I'm going to meet too. So we got a couple of big groups meeting. Alyssa Dixon led off with a walk, stole second. Allie Grizzle walked, and now KJ Irwin has been plunked. I'm sure not on purpose. Not the start that Kenzie Fasig was looking for here in their first game of the year. Game number 2 should start approximately, I think they start that in 25 minutes or so at the conclusion of game 1. So quick turnaround. We'll carry it right here on Ball State YouTube channel. Again, thanks to Chief Engineer A.J. Fawson for behind-the-scenes activity. It helps to have internet here, direct connect internet. He made sure that happened today. And make sure all the equipment is up and working. Maddie Shinton looks at a ball outside. Shinton, a true freshman, 5'3", from Greenbrier, Tennessee, Greenbrier High School. She'll get in the mix in the infield and also behind the plate. Health science major, the daughter of Jeremy and Ashley Shinton. Takes a hack at that. One hopper to third. They throw home to get the force. Nia Herbert with a heads-up play right there. Got a one hopper. Bases remain loaded. And that's one out as Shinton grounds into the fielder's choice. Scored that one 5-2. If you're scoring at home, and if you are, need to know about it, send me an email right there, treesports@gmail.com. You can do it anyway, just to let me know you're out there, where you're watching from. So Nia Dawson stands in. Freshman from DCA, Donaldson Christian Academy. Lives in Goodlettsville, Tennessee, a business finance major. And that's up the middle, ground ball. A force out to first base as the infield playing in. Ella Myers decided to go straight to first. But that is the Framework Athletics' first run of the game. And Ball State leads 1-0. Now 2 out. Give Dawson an RBI as Maddie Goad stands in. Allie Grizzle comes in to score the first run of the game. Irwin down to third and Shinton over to second. Nice stop there behind the plate by Gonski. Keep this at the moment a 1-0 game. Still no hits in the inning. Fasig has had trouble throwing strikes. Goad takes one just off the plate. Maddie playing third base. 5'4" from Tullahoma. She's a Wildcat. General Studies major Daniel and Christina Goad, her parents. Brother Easton. Nanny's in Huntsville. Willie and Grandma, they're in Tullahoma. That's in Middle Tennessee. As count goes 3 balls and no strikes. Several of these pitches from Fasig don't look like they're missing by much from my vantage point, which is pretty much right behind the camera that you see. On deck, Caitlin Dillard. 3-0 is down. And the bases are loaded again. Third walk of the inning. 3 walks and a hit batter. Bullpen down the right field line is still vacant. Phasing 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning and only allowing 1 run. Caitlin Dillard, sophomore. She is a slap hitter. She takes a called strike right at the letters. From Greenbrier, Tennessee as well, the daughter of Scott and Carrie Dillard. Bentley is her brother. Granddad and Granny, they're in Springfield. So are Granddaddy and Granby. Both sets of grandparents. Pitch gets away, and another run's going to score on the wild pitch. That's KJ Irwin who scrambled home. Ball State leads 2-0. Bring your dog to the park day. Here's the pup out there with our crowd mic that was on the to-do list of A.J. Fawson. He said he'll get that done. Topper foul. Phasing ahead in the count now with runners at second and third. Center fielder Caitlin Drew playing well in at center field. Dillard, not a power hitter, only had 1 extra base hit a year ago. Out of her 49 hits, she had 1 double. Hit .368. Starts to go and holds up. They check with Hunter Cruz out there and between second and third, and he says, no, she did not go. It was close. Now, we got 2s everywhere. There's a number 2 in the batter's box. She's got a 2-ball, 2-strike count. There's 2 outs. There's 2 runners on, and the score is 2-0. Ball 3, full count Ministries, full count. Dillard only walked 11 times last year in her 150 or so at-bats. She walks here. It'll be the 3rd time the bases are loaded. Let's see if Phasing brings her a pitch. She does. She hits one high and out to right field, and that's going to burn the right fielder, Kendall Runenbacher. That's going to bring in 2, and her first hit here at home is an extra base hit. It's a triple. Tell her she can't drive in runs and extra base hits. That's the first hit of the inning. It is a 2-run triple. The 8th batter to come to the plate, Willow Carden, stands in. Willow swings at the first pitch, fouls it off. Playing first base. She can play anywhere in the infield. A leader on this squad for sure. 5'9" sophomore from Manchester, Tennessee. Billy Bob and Rachel Carden are her parents. Eliza, Gus, Pearl, Will, and Abe are her siblings. She's got as many as I do. That's a full house, 6 kids. No grandparents to say howdy to, but she's got a fiancé, England Bryan, who's a right-handed pitcher with the Vanderbilt Commodores. They play a little baseball over there. Down on West End, as they say. Willow played in 48 games a year ago. 11 doubles, a triple. She had 6 big flies, 39 RBIs. 2-ball, 1-strike count here with 2 outs and a runner at third. Starts to go. It's crowding the plate. That's a called strike. It whispers at the inside corner. 3 walks in the inning, a hit batter, and then the 2-run triple by Caitlin Dillard as Kendall Ranabarger, the right fielder, was playing in shallow on the slap hitter. Caitlin Dillard, she burned her. The sun's right in her eyes as well, so that's not going to help. We have another full count, Ministries full count. Abby Merle, the number 9 hole hitter. And Willow's going to go down looking as that pitch just catches the inside corner. And that will end the inning. Lady Pioneers, 4 runs, all earned on 1 hit. No errors. 1 runner was left aboard. Good start for Vol State as they lead 4-0. We'll be right back. Four to nothing, Vol State leads Danville Area Community College. After 1 inning, Danville to send Ella Myers, Macy Warner, and Alex Brown, 5, 6, and 7 to face Grayson Nealon. Only blemish in the top of the first, a 2-out walk to Mia Herbert, and got Marin Gonski to ground out. Nealon has her sign, and she'll deliver to Myers. Tall, lean shortstop Ella Myers looks at ball 1. Shows 5'8". She looks taller than that. She's a sophomore. Hometown right there in Danville. Count goes 2 balls and no strikes. Ella hit .393 a year ago. .20. That misses down. 3 balls and no strikes. Time called as pitching coach Alyssa Costley will come out. Try to settle Grayson down. Probably what she's saying. You get a 4-0 lead. Make him hit the ball. Wind's blowing in from center field. We need strikes. Can't defend walks. Again, Alyssa, former pitcher here at Vol State. From Mount Juliet, Tennessee, but she pitched in 2022. 20 games, 11 of those were starts. She had a 10-3 record in 81 innings, 3.26 ERA, and I think the very next year she got hurt. And that's when I met her. 3-0 pitch, catches the outside corner for a called strike. That's what we would call a successful mound meeting by the pitching coach when they dial in a strike right after the chat. Outfield playing straight away. 3-1 is fouled back, and another full count, Ministries full count. Again, want to thank High Point Health with Ascension St. Thomas. They are the healthcare provider that helps Brad Swope, the trainer here at Vol State, Justin McKinney, who's moving from the #1 trainer over to the assistant athletic director to help longtime AD Bobby Hudson. The full count pitch is hit. That's a hit batter. Umpire raises his hands. Otherwise, it's a live ball, so I thought it was far enough inside it had a chance of hitting Myers. And apparently that's the official ruling. Macy Warner, left-handed hitter, will stand in. In comes Goad at third base. And she sees ball one low and away. Nealon having a little trouble finding the strike zone herself. 4 innings pitched. I believe that was on day 1. Down in, there's a strike called. They played that in Albertville. Popped up in the infield. This could be 2. Quickly the catch is made. The throw and the stretch by Carden, and that's a do-dat double play. Myers was going on the pitch. Pop up to Goad at third base, and she was able to catch and throw and just get Myers at first base. So 2 outs now, nobody on. That brings up first baseman Alex Brown. Nealon steps off. Is going to wait for the umpire to put his mask on. Don't ever quick pitch the umpire. They don't like that. Brown looks at a pitch down. More formally known as Alexandria. 5'5" sophomore from Villa Grove, Illinois. Nealon rocks and delivers. Strike called on the outside corner. Softball umpires, they have the exact same call, and it's delayed. Can't hear if Michael Barrett is announcing a strike because that pitch is fouled off the screen. My crowd mic should get that, but he may not be real boisterous. There's some that aren't. So I have to wait for the hand signal. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the second inning. First home game. Lifted out to right field. On comes Dawson, and she's not going to be able to get there. And speeding down to first base, Alex Brown gets the first hit of the ball game for DACC. Off the end of the bat. Did not stay up long enough for Dawson to be able to come in. She was playing average depth. That brings up Kendall Rannebarger. Common spelling of Rannebarger, by the way. I've got R-A-N-N-E, B-A-R-G-E-R. Now, she may say that her name's Rannebarger and flatten out that A on Barger. I didn't ask her how to pronounce her name. I asked assistant coach Kelly Cervantes. She was trying to put an N in the middle of that. Barger. Popped up on the right side. This should be playable for Carden in the grass, and foul territory makes the catch for out number 3. Nealon wiggles off after hitting a batter and allowing a 2-out single. That strands one more, and Vol State still leads 4-0. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Second inning, Lady Pioneers will send 9, 1, and 2 to the plate. Abby Merle having a little bit of a hard time getting started in her redshirt sophomore year. Trying to lay one down. Herbert playing well in, but missed the pitch. Merle, a transfer from Cleveland State, sat out last year while at Cleveland State, transferred after 2 years there with the Cougars. She had a phenomenal true freshman year. 5'7", redshirt sophomore from Unionville, Tennessee, Community High School. Daughter of Danny and Tina Merle. She also has a house full. 1-1 pitch down low. Hello to Pop Pop and Mum Mum. They're in Baltimore, Maryland. There's some strong internet up there in Baltimore, Maryland now. Grandma Peggy, she's in Alaska. We have no idea where she is in Alaska. I'm just kidding. I'm sure that Abby knows. Swing and a miss. Now goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Abby hit .433 in 48 games a couple of years ago with Cleveland State. 77 hits, 60 runs. That led her team. 4 doubles led the team, as did that .433 batting average and 36 stolen bases. She's got to get on base, and that is the second straight backward K in the books as Merle takes one on the outside corner. Back to the top of the lineup, Alyssa Dixon, who drew walk, was later forced out at home as head coach Matt Cervantes comes out to have a conversation. Sure, if he thinks that somebody's batted out of order. Alyssa Dixon is the leadoff batter. I have a copy of the lineup, and everything looks squared away on what I moved from the lineup card to my score sheet. Apparently everything looks okay, and we're back playing softball. 4 runs in the bottom of the first for the Lady Pioneers. Dixon sees one go across her eyes for ball 1. Lady Pioneers at home for the next 6 contests. Doubleheader today with Danville. Patrick and Henry coming in tomorrow as Dixon squares around the pitch close enough on that outside corner, called strike. And then next Wednesday, right here, we'll take on Indian Hills Community College, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Try to pull up Danville's schedule and let you folks know about what they have upcoming. Another squared around. Takes a ball. 3-1 count to the left-handed hitting Dixon with Mally Grizzle on deck. Down that left field line, back goes Warner, and it's a fair ball, and it rolls right into the corner. Dixon rounding second to throw, coming to third, cut off, and the relay not in time. Dixon with a 1-out triple, second triple of the ball game for the Pioneers. And Dixon picks up her first extra base hit of the year. Again, off the end of the bat Warner wasn't playing quite as close to the corner or to the line as you might see sometimes with a left-handed batter like that. But it hit just in fair territory and then caromed over into the corner. Grizzle, who walked and scored, takes ball one. Again, these are the first games today for Danville Area Community College. I said they're going to go to Roane State. That's not accurate. They're going to go down I-40 the other way toward Memphis, take on Jackson State, the Green Jays. Well, it says it's in Smyrna, Tennessee, though. I wonder if Smyrna or if Jackson's coming up to play somewhere else. I don't know why. Jackson's located in Jackson, Tennessee. I'm not sure why on DACC's schedule it indicates Smyrna. Ground ball sharply hit the short. One look, Myers to third, but Dixon was coming in. Myers goes to first for the out, and another ground out. That results in a run. RBI to Grizzle. Now 2 outs. Brings up KJ Irwin with nobody on. Line drive right back to Fasig, who quick reaction snags a base hit off the bat of Irwin. And that will end the inning. That ball was blistered, but a nice quick reaction by Kenzie Fasig. We'll send KJ Irwin back to get the tools on. In the inning, 1 run on 1 hit. No errors. Nobody left the board. After 2, Ball State leads 5-0. You're listening to the Ball State Sports Network. Tim Reese back at the Nichols Softball Complex on the campus of Volunteer State Community College in Gallatin, Tennessee. 2 games today for the Lady Pioneers, 2 tomorrow. Off for the weekend, expecting rain here in Middle Tennessee, and I think over in East Tennessee, probably down in West Tennessee, probably a decent swath of it. Not sure if it's going to get up to Illinois or not. Grayson Nealon delivers a called strike. Number 9 hole hitter, DP Ava Olson. Ava, freshman, 5'6", from Beecher, Illinois, Beecher High School. Getting her first collegiate at-bat, I would assume. First game of the year. Indicates she's a freshman. I assume that's accurate. Stands in to face a team that finished in the top 20 in Division I softball last year. Volunteer State Community College. Just misses outside on the 0-2. Actually, it didn't just miss. It missed by a pretty decent amount. All-world trainer Justin McKinney has entered the press box here. New associate or assistant athletic director. I have to check that, find out the official language on his new title. He wears a lot of hats, though. He's a hat guy. Trainer, professor, professor. 2-2 pitch popped up. That will get out of play, and Appears as though no spectators were harmed by that foul ball. He's also one of the best ping pong players here at Vol State. At least that's what he tells me. He used to teach ping pong. I don't know if he still carries that on his plate or not anymore. That may have been one of those. You got to let that one go. 2-2 change up on that outside corner. Grayson Nealon picks up the Chick-fil-A at Gallatin. Nope. We're gonna do foul ball with Chick-fil-A at Gallatin. We have to. Although that K, Chick is with a K. Anyway, I'm just trying to make up marketing stuff. Back to the top of the order, Caitlin Drew looks at a called strike. She flew out to left field in her first plate appearance. Ball State baseball team has supporters with outfield signs. They don't have as many signs here at the softball complex. They may have some supporters that just haven't bought the signs yet. Baseball, the foul ball is the Chick-fil-A of Gallatin foul ball. That foul, of course, is spelled F-O-W-L. I got to remember what hat I'm wearing. 0-2 pitch, 1 out. Swing and a miss. Wave did a pitch outside of the zone. And it is back-to-back Ks for Nealon. Chloe Hunt, the 2-hole hitter, stands in. She lined out to right fielder Anaya Dawson in the first. Right-handed hitter squares around to bunt, pulls the bat back. Pitch goes outside. Caitlin Dillard in left, Abby Merle in center, Anaya Dawson in right. We'll get to Dixon here in just a second. Maddie Goads at third. Mally Griswold at short. Alyssa Dixon is at second. Willow Carden is at first base. K.J. Irwin behind the plate, catching Grayson Nealon. There's a bunt right in front of the plate. Carden with the throw down to Dixon, covering it first. And it is just a little bit wide. Tough play for Willow there. I'll give not the official score, but on my score sheet I am. I'll give that a 2-out. Bunt hit as Christian Lynn wants to go down, and he wants to see if maybe there's some obstruction or interference by the runner. Honestly, I didn't see her running in that little area. Let's see if I can see that on the replay. She's not even close. She is well inside the infield as I looked at the replay. You can go back on YouTube, look at the replay as well, and it doesn't look like they're going to make a change. I would think that's the home plate umpire's call. He's standing behind home plate and nowhere else to look but down there at first base. Maybe his first matter of business might be whether or not there was any interference with the bat and the ball, that the ball landed right in front of home plate or just a little bit to the right. Willow Carden, the first baseman, came in to field it. She just basically turned and fired. But Dixon, the throw down to first. Hunt is back. 2 balls, no strikes. I would think then, after seeing that there's no bat-to-ball interference, that his next look is on the batter runner. That pitch gets in there for a called strike. But for some reason, they checked with Hunter Cruz, the base umpire, as though he had that call. Watched a lot of baseball in my day. There's no difference in that ruling I wouldn't expect from softball and baseball. That's a 2-1 on that outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. You get halfway down the base path, and you have to then run in that 3-foot area that is on the foul side of the baseline. And as I look back at the replay, Hunt never got there until she got to the base. 2-2. Misses. Another throw to first. Carden has to come off the bag to make the play there. And another full count, Ministries full count. 2 outs. Runner at first on the bunt single second hit on my score sheet. You can go to Game Changer and see what I think Wes Buckner's probably keeping that. 3-2 pitch. Misses. And 2 have reached. Manager here for Vol State. Wes Buckner keeps Game Changer, so go to Vol State softball. I think they also have another camera angle there. But they don't have 2 cameras, and they don't have a broadcaster. Second time that Herbert has walked. That brings to the plate Marion Gonski, who takes a called strike. She grounded out to Grizzle at shortstop to end the first inning. Swing and a miss. There's the Peoria bus going past center field. Bus driver must have been out to get a bite to eat. Coming back now to watch Danville Jaguars softball. Throw down to first. They got a runner if the tag is in time. Willow Carden knew it was and picked off at first base. Mia Herbert to end the inning. So no runs, 1 hit by my calculation. No errors, 1 runner left aboard. Gonski will lead off the 4th. Nice throw there by KJ Irwin. 5-0, Vol State leads. You're listening and watching Vol State Sports Network. A little delay as Marion Gonski had to get a little repair on her right hand. The catcher, like some wrist got taped up. She was at the plate when Mia Herbert was picked off by KJ Irwin. Maddie Shinton will lead off. She's going to look at a called strike wearing the number 100. Can't put 3 letters on the back of a uniform, so instead of 100, they put 00. Most people think that that's just 0 twice. Out to right center field. This is well hit. That ball is up, and that ball's gone. off the fence pole beyond the interior fence, and that is a leadoff home run here in the bottom of the third. Give Maddie Shinton her and make sure that is her first collegiate home run on the 0-1, and Lady Pioneers lead 6-0. She reached on a fielder's choice, came to the plate with bases loaded, hit a one-hopper to Mia Herbert at third. This is the first home run, as that will be the end of the afternoon for Kenzie Fasig. As we'll have a pitching change. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we return on the Ball State Sports Network. A lefty in the circle for Danville to face left-handed batting Anaya Dawson. Where's the number 9, Paige Freese, 5'7" freshman from Columbia, Illinois, Columbia High School, getting her first action of the year. Comes into a 6-0 game, nobody on, nobody out. First pitch misses wide. Maddie Shinton sent Kenzie Fasig to the dugout. Fasig goes 2 innings, gives up 3 hits, 6 runs they were earned, walked 3, struck out 2. Did plunk a batter, faced 13 Lady Pioneers. Dawson had an RBI ground out, looks at ball 2. 5-6. I want to say Donaldson Christian Academy are the Wildcats. I want to, so I will. 2-0 pitch. If I'm wrong, somebody send me an email at treesports@gmail.com. Maybe we can get somebody to join the show. Assistant Athletic Director Justin McKinney, the man who knows a lot, maybe not all, but he's an all-world trainer, and he knows a lot. The most famous alumni now from DCA, Nate Bargatze, a world-renowned comedian now. 3-1 pitch, grounded sharply under the glove of Ella Myers, backhanded by Caitlin Drew. She gets it back in quickly, and there's a single by Dawson. She's 1 for 2. And look for her to be on the move. She's got her go fasters on today. 2 for 3 in stolen bases in the first 4 games. She came in hitting .429, second on a team to KJ Irwin, who came in at .500, 6 for 12. Now Maddie Goad stands in. Dawson stays put on ball 1. That's the first non-extra base hit of the game for Ball State. Back-to-back hits. Goad takes a called strike. Vol State men's basketball player, Kanan Hale, in attendance. I can see him down there. 53 degrees. He's wearing shorts. Pitch on the outside corner called strike. Dawson takes off, and she's going to get underneath a tag that doesn't happen. Oh, he called it a strike. He puts up a 1 and a 2. I didn't think he called it a strike. But he's putting up a finger 2 on that right side. That's international sign for 2 strikes. Goad walked and scored in the first. She comes in hitting .308, 4 for 13. Now she's going to look at a full count, Ministries full count. With Caitlin Dillard ready on deck. Full count pitch. That's ball 4. Dillard will step to the plate again with 2 runners on. The last time they were on second and third with 2 outs, and she drilled one over right fielder Kendall Rannenbarger's head, who was playing in. She's not come quite as far in this time with nobody out, or the outfield is playing back. Third baseman Mia Herbert is that ball hits Dillard, who squared around to bunt, and it went right at her legs. Tried to get that leg out of the way as she was plunked. Coach Cervantes comes out, wants to know probably if she was able to get the bat pulled back before she got hit by a pitch. If she attempts to bunt and the ball hits her, then it's a strike. But base umpire Hunter Cruz apparently is not giving the answer that Coach Matt Cervantes, he and his wife, both coaches here. Matt, the head coach. Kelly is the assistant coach. Again, if you want to join the show, you can send an email to treesports@gmail.com. I don't solicit. I'm not going to send you any Venmo account or anything and say, hey, tip your broadcaster. I mean, if you want to send, Chick-fil-A to the press box, that's okay. But we actually already had some delivered by me from Chick-fil-A of Hendersonville this morning, my buddy Todd Hunley. We are set to go. Willow Carden gets jammed with the first pitch and fouls it off. Well, the bases are juiced. Carrie Shipman has checked in on the email, our first of the day. Grandma Proper. There we go. I saw the correct pronunciation right after it. We have a 0-2 count on Willow. From Utica, Pennsylvania, who's watching Danville softball today, rooting for Macy Warner, the left fielder for the Jaguars. 0-2 pitch. This is outside. Carden watched that one with both eyes that time. Went down looking in her first at-bat. She does not want to do that with bases loaded and nobody out here in the bottom of the third. 1 run already in. Ball State looking to pour it on. Carden looks at another very close pitch. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Thank you, Carrie, for your email. Farther away, Paige Freese delivers ball 3. The full count, Ministries full count. So Carrie Shipman wins the award for first email of the year in the Ball State softball. Full count pitch, popped up. Might be playable for Gonski, the catcher, and it will be. And that is the first out here in the bottom of the third. Brings up 9-hole hitter Abby Merle, who struck out looking to begin the second inning. Abby squares around a bunt, takes ball one. Nia Dawson's on at third as Christian Lynn asks for an offensive meeting with Abby. Probably at this point, maybe not looking for a bunt. If she lays one down pretty close, if somebody can field it quick enough, easy play to home here. So I would think you'd want to be swinging away. I have not been around Coach Lynn on the softball field long enough to be able to read his mind like I have Jim McGuire for the Vol State baseball program, but I would think you'd want someone hitting away here with the bases loaded, one out, especially up 6-0. And she does not square to bunt that time. Looks like she's ready to slap one somewhere. Takes ball two. On deck, Alyssa Dixon, the leadoff batter. Ball State looking to break this one open. That's a nice, that had a little curl to it there. That's in there for a called strike. Pretty pitch by Freese. F-R-O-E-S-S. There's no O pronunciation in this name. Jam shot over toward the Lady Pioneers dugout. Freshly painted inside that dugout. Didn't check out the visitors' dugout. I didn't notice, but you notice it when you go in the home dugout. Red, white, and blue, or red, gray, and blue. Just got a piece of that one, did Merle. I'm telling you, somebody dropped a pile of money here in Vol State. They are spending, I think they're spending Bobby Hudson, the athletic director's pension here. I mean, it is big money going down around here. Full count, or 2-2 pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. Merle threw her bat away, but she's going to need it for a 2-2 pitch. DACC and the Lady Pioneers dugout, both pretty vocal. 2-2 pitch, another foul. Got lots of beautification going on at both the baseball field and softball fields, painting. Press box has been rehabbed. 2-2 lined up the middle. That's going to get down for a base hit. Bobbled by Drew. She still can't get the handle and down to third base. Goes Caitlin Dillard. Give Abby Merle a 2-run single. Runners will be at the corners. One out. And Alyssa Dixon at the plate. I probably would give center fielder Caitlin Drew an error to allow Dillard to move over to third. Squaring around a bunt, but not is Dixon. And on the play, Merrill steals second base. Nobody was covering, but she'll get a stolen base. Dixon with 2 in scoring position, 8-0 the score. Of course, a run rule here in college softball is 8 runs. Is that pitch in there for a called strike? She's got to play 5 innings. Ball State trying to add on some insurance runs. That's what we need. We need an insurance company to support Vol State baseball and softball. And right now is when you say, these insurance runs brought to you by, how about Zach Williams, a former Fall State student who has an insurance company now. Swing and a miss. If you're out there and you're a Vol State supporter and you got an insurance company and you want to support Vol State softball, send me an email. 2-2 whispers at the inside corner, and Alyssa Dixon is a strikeout victim. Like Freese stepped on a fastball there and just caught that inside corner. First strikeout of the game by Freese, who came in after the first batter here in the third. Mally Grizzle takes a called strike. Maddie Shinton led the inning off with a solo home run. Changeup fouled back. Freese ahead in the count, 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch misses away. So Shinton, a leadoff home run, a single and a walk by Dawson and Goad. As Freese trying to get her feet underneath her in her first collegiate appearance. Then they hit Caitlin Dillard to load the bases. Carden popped out. Then Abby Merle with a ground ball single up the middle that scored 2. Dixon struck out looking on a close pitch on the inside corner. And now Mally Grizzle with a full count, Ministries full count with runners at second and third. Outfield playing back, center field's way back. And a full count first pitch foul ball. Grizzle's the 8th batter to come to the plate for the Lady Pioneers, who play in the Tennessee Community College Athletic Association. 11 teams in the league, all in the state of Tennessee. Full count pitch, low, and a bases loaded again for KJ Irwin. Second walk of the inning. Irwin hit by a pitch, and KJ looking for an elbow guard, I believe, that Alyssa Costley, the first base coach, was holding on to. I don't think she got hit in the elbow at her first plate appearance. Then she lined out to the pitcher to end the second. She does not want to end the third. She hit an absolute screamer back to Kenzie Fasig, who just quick twitch reaction, got her glove up, which was on her left hand. It was over her right shoulder as that pitch is swung on and fouled off. And Freese gets ahead of number 7, KJ Irwin, the former John A. Logan Vol. She came back home to Middle Tennessee. The 0-2. And misses outside. Caitlin Dillard down at third base. Abby Merle at second. And Mally Grizzle down at first base. 2 outs, 3 in the inning. Another foul ball. This one's off the screen. All we need now up here in the press box is the president of Vol State, Dr. Wendy Tostenson, and we will have royalty here. Oh, and another one right at the knees. I think KJ thought about swinging. It may have gotten locked up and a backward K in the books. 9 come to the plate for the Lady Pioneers. 3 cross it meaningfully. Were 3 hits in the inning. Was 1 error. No runs were scored as a result of that. And 3 were left on. We are through 3. Vol State with an 8-0 lead. We'll be right back on the Vol State Sports Network. Moving to the top of the fourth inning, Grayson Nealon staked an 8-0 lead. She pitches into the fourth. Face 4, 5, and 6 in Danville lineup. Cleanup hitter Marin Gonski already squaring around a bunt. Corners are creeping. She pulls the bat back to take a hack, takes ball one. She was at the plate when Mia Herbert was picked off at first base by K.J. Irwin. Grounded out to shortstop her first time. And up in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Gonski, Gonski. Of course, that is common spelling for Gonski. She's from the St. Louis area, O'Fallon, Illinois. Fouls one straight back into your living room or wherever you may be watching. If you're watching by the pool on the big screen TV, send me an email, treesports@gmail.com. I like knowing that stuff. I got to believe it's pretty chilly in O'Fallon right now. Never heard of O'Fallon until the Full Count Rhythm baseball team played in the Prospect League one year, and the O'Fallon Hoots are a Prospect League summer collegiate team in baseball. Did she say that hit her? It was ball 4 regardless, but she's saying it hit her in the elbow. The home plate umpire said, take your base. I'm not sure if he just said take your base because of ball 4, but looks like we're going to probably have a pinch runner over there at first base as Ella Myers comes to the plate. Number 26 comes off the bench. That's Lainey Gonzer, freshman from Westville, Illinois. Little pinch run. So one on, ground ball up the middle. Stepping on the bag for one, and a 6-3 do-dat double play. Just what the doctor ordered for Grayson Nealon. And Lainey Gonzer's time on the bases didn't take long. And 2 are out here in the top of the fourth. Brings up Macy Warner, whose grandma listening from Utica, Pennsylvania. Grandma Proper. Not prop. It is spelled P-R-O-P-E-R. But I appreciate you giving me the enunciation guide or the pronunciation guide, as my dad would call it. I don't think pronunciate is a word. Pronounce, enunciate. Annunciate is not a word, I'm pretty sure. 3-0 pitch coming in as we have English class. Hey, let's get the third ball up there. Now we get the ball 4 as a 4-pitch walk to Macy. Second walk of the inning, 4th of the game for Nealon. He's had 2 double plays. Turn behind her. Strike called to Alex Brown, the first baseman. Had a runner at first in the second inning who was attempting a steal as Macy popped it up to the third baseman. Matty Goad, the third baseman, was able to catch and throw to first base to just nip Myers back at the bag for a 5-3 double play. 1-1 pitch catches the outside corner. Nealon a strike away from ending the top of the fourth. A beautiful Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard out there in left center field. We got one brave couple out in left center, sitting under a tree that already lost some limbs, as there's a swing and a miss. And the end of the fourth. Third strikeout for Nealon. And a runner was left aboard. Still no runs. Only 2 hits in the game for DACC. That's Danville Area Community College. We'll be right back. Bottom of the fourth. Lady Pioneers send Maddie Shinton and Nia Dawson and Maddie Goad as once again Mary Gonski's got to go over to the dugout. Looks like she's having a communication device issue. She's got to put her watch on. It counts her steps. Just kidding. That's how they communicate. The pitch call. And the first pitch drilled right by Christian Lynn. Heads up over there, Coach. Get you a glove. Shinton been waiting a while. She's the DP. Led off the third inning with a solo home run over the right center field fence. She was looking to jump on Paige Freese's first delivery. It's the first time she's seen her in the game. Pops this one up. And another pop out is bobbled, but retained by Maren Gonski for out number 1. She had it just come out of her mitt briefly. As we're going to have a pinch hitter. Jersey Mike's first sub of the game for the Lady Pioneers. Savannah White going to come off the Vol State bench. She comes off swinging, takes a hack, fouls it off to the right side. Chick-fil-A of Gallatin, foul ball. Savannah, 5'9" freshman from Bowling Green, Greenwood High School. Daughter of Keith and Shonda White. Sister to Summer. Granddaughter of Papa and Granny there in Bowling Green. And Annie also in Bowling Green. Savannah down in the count 0-2. Looking for her first collegiate hit. Had one at bat. Last weekend. She is batting for Nia Dawson. Just missed on the outside corner. The count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Assume that Savannah will go out into right field. Lifted out to center field. Caitlin Drew will come in and make the catch for out number 2. First 2 retired here in the 4th by Paige Freese. Came in relief in the 3rd inning. Maddie Goad, the third baseman, walked twice, scored twice. Steps in. Swinging, fouls it straight back. And another Chick-fil-A Gallatin foul ball. Thanks to the Garrettsons, the owners of the Chick-fil-A Gallatin location. Right on Nashville Pike, Gallatin Road, Highway 31. It's about 14 different names for that stretch of highway. It'll take you all the way into Nashville, Tennessee. It's called Main Street in there. Gallatin Road primarily. 1-2 pitch, misses away. Heads to Gallatin, which is the county seat of this here county, Sumner County. I hope you guys are taking notes because there will be a test later. It's called geography. 2-2. Just missed. Gonski tried to pull that one back. Home plate umpire Michael Barrett having none of that. Gallatin, where the former Sumner Regional Medical Center, now High Point Health with Ascension St. Thomas, is located. 3-2 pitch lifted out to left field. Macy Warner makes the catch for a 1-2-3 inning for DACC. And that will take us to the top of the 5th. Danville's going to have to score, or this game will conclude at an 8-0 score. So we'll be right back on the Vol State Sports Network to see what happens. Got a call to the bullpen here at Nichols Softball Complex. It's a face that's been around this campus for a while, along with her body. Caitlin Davis, she's a redshirt sophomore, injured last year, coming back off of that injury. She had a phenomenal freshman year. All-conference performer. She is on in relief of Grayson Nealon, who goes 4 innings, gives up 2 hits, no runs. She'll face 8, 9, and 1. First pitch she delivers outside the zone for ball 1. Caitlin, 5'9", redshirt sophomore from Coffee County High School in Manchester, Tennessee. Daughter of Rick and Denise Davis. She's got a house full there. She's got 5 siblings. Natasha, Nathan, Jared, Blake, and Caitlin. That's blended. She's gone 3 balls and no strikes to Kendall Ranabarger. Popped out to Willow Carden at first base in foul territory. Her first plate appearance. Looks at a strike. Caitlin, back in 2024, 27 starts. There's a ground ball, solely hit the short. Grizzle up and over to Carden. Round number 1. 33 appearances that freshman year. She had a 19-9 record. A couple of saves. She led the conference in starts, 27, and innings pitched, 176. That's a lot of innings. 126 strikeouts as a squared around a bunt, and KJ Irwin and Matty Goad one of them probably thought about diving. You just don't want two of them thinking about diving, because then that's going to probably bring out Justin McKinney out of the press box to help Brad Swope, because we would have had two melons that needed to be looked at. And one of them's got a mask on. Caitlin Davis steps on a fastball there and gets that outside corner. She had a 2.43 ERA. Did Davis. Change up, line drive, right to Willow Carden, who catches out number 2. That brings up the top of the order. Caitlin Drews 0 for 2. It's a ground ball, just foul down the third base line. It was in fair territory when it hit, but the second hop went just to the left of the third base bag. Matty Goad shortening up. Didn't have a chance at that one. But an 0-1 pitch coming from Davis. Take it for ball 1. Again, we'll be back on the air about 20 minutes, give or take, after this game concludes for the start of game number 2. Davis doesn't get the call at the knees. Remember watching her pitch for her life in the conference tournament at Columbia State 2 years ago. She gets a call there. And 10-inning game against Walter State, and that time was the number 1 team in the conference. 2-2 pitch, grounded to short. Grizzle up, and she's perfect. The 6-3 ends the ball game as the Lady Pioneers get the Mercy Rule 8-0 victory here in game 1. As for some reason Danville heading out to their positions, but they're going to have to meet down the right field line. Winning pitcher Grayson Nealon. She goes to 2-0 on the season. Losing pitcher Kinsey Fasig will make this game final. Fasig falls to 0-1. No save for Davis. Ball State with the 8-0 win. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error on my score sheet for Danville. I am not the official scorer, so you can take that up with whoever puts that in the Presto Sports. I've got Vol State with 8 runs on 5 hits. Left 4 on base. And they move to 3-2 on the season. Danville falls to 0-1. And we'll have a Toyota of Gallatin player of the game. Let's go with Grayson Nealon. 4 innings, 2 hits, shutout game. Finished with 3 strikeouts. Did have 4 walks, but a couple of double plays really helped her cause. Grayson Nealon, our Toyota of Gallatin player of the game, and our Full Count Ministries verse of the game, found in Psalms 51:10. Create in me a pure heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me. Brought to you by Full Count Ministries. Thanks to Full Count and the use of their broadcast equipment here, matching up with some of the Vol State gear. We've got broadcast gear all over the place, three different places. And in a couple of weeks, we're going to have possibility of broadcasts at those 3 venues. Baseball, softball, and the conference tournament for basketball this year is being held here at Vol State. Yours truly will be handling the broadcast of 20 games in 5 days. So there is broadcast equipment all over campus. So had to mix in some of the full count equipment here today for the softball broadcast. Thanks for joining me for Game 1. I hope you come back for Game 2. If not, have a great rest of your day. For Dr. Wendy Tossenson, the president here at Vol State, Athletic Director Bobby Hudson, Assistant Athletic Director Justin McKinney, Head Coach Christian Lynn, this is Tim Ray saying God bless you, and we'll talk to you again within about 20 minutes right here on the Vol State Sports Network.